Pat, now, a couple of things. First of all, you're boxing on November 17th for their welterweight title. Comes with a nice belt, I'm hoping.
Yeah, hopefully.
But you've had a bit of a problem with your opponent. Tell me the story.
Well, he's on the first one. The first one was Ryan Kavanagh. I was meant to fight him, but as soon as he started asking about me, he pulled straight out. The second
that was one down.
That was one down. The second one said he got a little hand injury during the sparring. That said he's gone now.
2 down.
So now I'm going to try and find a third. I'm just waiting to hear for another match now, but I'm sure I'll find one anyway. So.
And how many bouts have you had, Pat?
I've had 7.
Now, with your previous 7 opponents, did you have much information about them before you boxed them?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing at all. So you have no idea what style they are, what height they are, how old they are. I mean, assuming they'd be men. We're not doing mixed sex matches, are we?
Hopefully not, no. No.
So does that bother you a little bit, or you've got to be prepared for everything?
No, not really. Just prepared for everything. I'd rather just get in there, just have a scrap, mate. That's about it, really.
Now that's 10-7 welterweight. How heavy do you go? Let's say you go on a boys' week to Lanzarote. What can you swell up to?
I go up to about 72 kilos. I go up to about 73 max.
It's only about 8 or 9 pounds above the limit. That's nothing, is it?
No, it's not too bad. No.
Now the other thing is, I don't care if you've got a nickname or not, but my job here today is to give you a new nickname. So I'm going to ask you 2 things, okay? I'm going to ask you to tell me your favourite city and your favourite animal, and we'll put them together. So what would your nickname be?
London Lion.
What a relief. No, seriously, because I've done this before, and people go, oh, well, I quite like Brighton. Oh, yeah, and I like cats. So we get, and I don't want that. I don't want the Brighton Pussycat. I want it to be the London Lion. Well, listen, the best of luck on the 17th. Thanks very much indeed.
Cheers, thank you.
No opponent yet, but he'll get one. The London Lion, November 17th. Kieran, thanks for joining me. November the 2nd is your fight.
Yep.
Is that correct? And it's your second fight.
Yep.
Now, I've been told that your first fight, you didn't enjoy it, but it only lasted a few seconds. How does that work? Tell me.
Well, I did enjoy it, but I wanted it to go further. I wanted more of a contest because I trained for 5 months, didn't drink for 10 weeks. So hopefully this one, I'll have more of a go.
And what happened in that fight? You just overwhelmed him quickly?
I guess so. And he went down, yeah. So
this one, do you know anything about your opponent? I know you've seen him here today at the press conference, but do you know anything about him? And do you think you're the kind of boxer that would like to have a bit of information, or don't you care till the day?
No, I'm not bothered. I think it's better because I train harder. I ain't got a clue who he is, and we just see what happens on the night.
Now, I've been doing something here today. I've been asking boxers, even if they've got a nickname, I've said to them, forget your nickname. So I'm going to give you a new nickname. And the way we get our nickname is quite simple. You have to think of your favourite city and your favourite animal. So we're going to put the 2 things together. So the favourite, either city or part of a city. So what would yours be?
A London Labrador.
The London Labrador. Now listen, I'm not going to laugh at the London Labrador, but I've got to tell you, it ain't as bad as the Croydon Pussycat, but it ain't bad. I mean, it's not necessarily a typical growling one, but I'll go with that, Kieran. The London Labrador, thank you very much. The London Labrador, November the 2nd at Clapham. I love this nickname game. It's absolutely brilliant. Oliver, you've just stolen a show here at the press conference with your story about your mother and your motivation for getting into boxing to clear your head, sort your head out, and now you're coming up to this fight. Obviously there'll be nerves, but are you also looking forward to it? Looking forward to the test?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, definitely. I've got 2 lads. One's 17, one's 10. I'm looking forward to them seeing me go through the experience and go through the journey with me. And that's a big motivation and something I'm looking forward to and I'm excited about. But it's a mixed emotion.
Yeah, I can tell it's a mixed emotion from talking to you earlier. Now, you're obviously fit, or is that just because you've been training? I mean, did you do something else to a decent level? I mean, before you decided, you know what, the boxing's going to help me going forward. What did you do before then, Oliver?
Football's all right through my life. I was at Chelsea up until 16, got released and just fell into the sort of non-league.
So you played at a good level?
Yeah, decent sports level, and just fell into non-league. And do you know what? The boxing's it's the training that I don't struggle with. Football, I can go and do a 2-hour session. I'm out for 2 or 3 weeks. So boxing's safe, ironically.
That is completely crazy. Now, you've got a chance today to look at your opponent. It's not usually the way the white-collar business works, but you were standing there, no bad-mouthing, obviously, but you had a look at him. Did you actually have a look at him, or did you just have a glance over?
No, look, he looks a nice guy. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about respect, and I've got respect for him. He's doing it for whatever reasons he's doing it for. Everyone's fighting something. And I just look forward to, I just appreciate the fact I've been matched up right. You know, he's a big lad, and I'm sure he's come to fight, and so am I. So.
Now, I've been doing something here today. I've been trying to give people a nickname. So even if you've got a nickname, I've got to give you another one. So I'm going to ask you that anywhere in the world, where would be your favourite location? Where's your favourite either part of London or place that you've been? Where would it be? Where would it be, Oliver?
Basingstoke.
So, Basingstoke. Now, I've got to be really careful here because I love this one. This is brilliant. Now, I'm going to ask you, what's your favourite animal? What's your favourite, not just a pet, what would be your favourite animal?
Banshee.
So the Basingstoke Banshee. You know what? I'm going to be there on the 2nd of November at the Clapham Ground. In fact, it's going to be a pleasure and an honour seeing you get in the ring and do what you've got to do. It's been fantastic talking to you. Oliver there, debut. A couple of things in his head he wants to clear. He'll get in, he'll do what he's got to do. Fighting in front of a couple of his sons, a couple of his kids. I love that. It's a human interest story. JK, you're a veteran. You've been around forever on this circuit. It's 24 contests now, as far as I can make out. You're boxing on November 2nd. That's the charity night. And then you're also boxing on November 17th. How much longer are you going to keep on going in this business? Because you're obviously enjoying it. You're like the sort of boss around here.
I just got a bit of a spring in my step the last year or so again to get back in it. I was out for 2 years, as I said before, but I was number one, and I'm going back for the number one spot. Once I got that, I think I'll put the gloves up then.
And how easy is it to get that number one spot? I mean, is there a clear 3 or 4 people, who are inferior above you, asterisks attached? I don't want to upset you.
No, there is. Obviously, because you've been out for 2 years, obviously people go up, you lose your stats. But there's 2 people. Luke Kimpton's one of them. Iffy's the other one. Like I say, I'm out to get them, and there's no point fighting people below me, and no disrespect to them.
You've been there already, so to speak.
So it's you've got to be the best. You've got to beat the best.
And finally, JK, now you may have a nickname. I don't care, because I'm in the business today of handing out nicknames. So there's 2 things I need from you, and I don't want you to start thinking too hard. What's your favourite animal?
Bulldog.
Bulldog. Oh, you've done me like a kipper. Where's your favourite place in the world?
Egypt.
The Egyptian Bulldog. JK, the Egyptian Bulldog. Well, that was a curveball. The Bulldog was understandable, but the Egypt was a proper curveball. JK, it's a pleasure. Enjoy yourself on the 2nd. Brilliant. Enjoy yourself on the 17th.
Lovely, all the best.
JK there, the Egyptian Bulldog. Wants to be number one again, fighting on November the 2nd and fighting again on November the 17th. What a breath of fresh air. What an absolute pleasure to interview a man like JK. Big Sam, we've had a very lively press conference. Big Michael was there. You and him got into it. Where's this come from? Where's this grudge? Where's this grudge come from?
He's just got something I want. I'm going to knock him out. It's simple.
Now, you actually, if you don't mind me saying so, and I like you, Sam, but it turns out you actually had his belt. That was a bit confusing.
It's because they know the rightful champion, that's all. They know who should have it, and it's me.
So, come November 17th, what's your prediction?
2nd round knockout.
What punch? You're going to pick your punch?
I'm going to hit him with a jab, left hook, right hand, straight down the middle, and he's going to fall.
November 17th. It's not a grudge match yet, but we're going to make it a grudge match. Big Sam, Big Michael. Michael, it was a very lively press conference. It turned quite aggressive. Where did that come from? I mean, I saw you looking over at Big Sam, and suddenly you seem to snap.
It's easy work, innit? It's light work. But he gets carried away. He's already thinks he's told me his plan how he's going to get rid of me. Nobody's ever got rid of me. I've never been dropped sparring, never been dropped in any kind of fight. Ain't been stopped before.
Now,
so this guy is not going to stop me.
And also, Mike, if you don't mind me saying so, he did actually have your belt. How did that come about? He had your belt. In fact, he was saying it was his belt.
Do you know what it is? I feel sorry for him. From when I've got the belt, he's never going to have one. So I said he can borrow it.
So he's like a loan. So have a little bit of that. So what happens November 17th, Clapham Ground?
You know, I was going to say first round knockout, but I'm going to fuck him up. I'm a pain. I'm going to give him some pain. I'm going to punish him, so I'm going to drag him for 3 rounds and hurt him.
Well, you should ask Dan if you can do 7 rounds.
I don't mind.
All right.
I don't mind. 12. We got 12. But it wouldn't even go that far. He ain't going to be able to take the pain that I'm going to be giving him. You know what I'm saying?
Big Ben and Big Mike. You got to love it, haven't you? You got to love it. Jake, talking to you on the top table there, it was a revelation. You obviously showed how much this boxing has meant to you since you came out of the army, and I'm not stretching it to say that boxing is helping you get from day to day to day.
Well, you know, it gives you a reason to get up in the morning, to get up, and you know, you've got a goal, because you don't want to give yourself any sort of an excuse whatsoever when you get to the end and then you lose by 1 point when you think that I could have done this or I could have done that. So you have that goal, you have that focus to constantly be improving and getting yourself better every day. And yeah, it gives you a direction.
And you know, without putting too fine a point on it, you must find yourself sometimes in the blackness, in the darkness, and part of what comes with that is the apathy, not wanting to do anything. So the boxing is obviously helping you. It's like a spring, it's kicking you out of bed.
Absolutely. And I mean, like, when you get into that ring and you're sparring, whether that's with your teammates or someone else that comes into the gym, you know, getting that energy and getting your body moving again and whatnot, and getting all of that stress and emotion and aggression and all that's in your body, and getting it out and in a positive way, it just makes you feel so much better.
Tyson Fury, who suffered some serious mental health issues, he's put on 10 stone, he tried to take his own life. He's been really down, you know, he's been away from his family to get him through days to days. He talks about the boxing gym being his new addiction. He talks about the boxing gym being the rehab that he needs every single day. I get a sense that there's a little bit of that with you as well.
Absolutely. Because, you know, like, I love this sport. I love, like, as I said before, just constantly getting better every day. Every day better than yesterday.
Jake, it's been a pleasure. See you in November, Clapham Grand. It's not just been about fun grudge matches here today and 10-year-old school kids with their mothers at the back of the room. There's been some testimony here today, some fantastic testimony. You heard there from Jake, a white-collar warrior, but more than that, a brave individual in his own right, boxing or no boxing. Kieran, in fact, one of the half a dozen Kierans I've had here today. Kieran, I've got to ask you, you've watched that mad press conference at the end with all the guys going at each other. Everyone seems to have a buzz in here today.
Yeah, I'm not here for about the buzz. I'm here for the sport. It's like a game of tennis or a game of football to me. It's like if you score a penalty, like a good shot, maybe a good jab, maybe a good hook, I look at that as a 1-0 score.
So, and a 1-0 is the same as winning 10-0. So a win is a win.
A win is a win at the end of the day, and a draw is a draw, and a lose is a lose. So
the key is, and you've actually got straight to the core of it, is that ability to stay calm under pressure in the build-up, under pressure in the changing room, under pressure in the ring, just to not get emotionally involved, stay calm.
it's about staying calm mentally and physically. Your body can't take as much as people think. It's only white collar. So when we come in, it's going to be a good fight. I only met my fighter today. I think we're going to go the 3 rounds together. I hope I'm going to go away today, train 4 weeks on. I'm going to give it the best I've got.
Kieran, thanks very much. It's been like that today. Men coming face to face with the men they're going to face on either November the 2nd or November the 17th, and picking up little things, not eyeing them up like professional boxers, but just picking up little things and then deciding, like Kieran's saying there, and like Jake, who we've also spoken to, that I just want to get in there and I want to do the rounds and I want to enjoy it. Ellie, you're on the November 17th. You're a veteran now in this business.
Kind of. The 3rd one, so 1 more lost one. Want to improve the ratio a little bit this time, maybe.
When you started, when you first walked into a gym, did you say to yourself, I just want to get fit, I just want to change my attitude, I just want to, test myself? Now you're about to have your 3rd fight. What are we going to have, a 4th, a 5th, a 6th? Are we going to have 20? What's in your head, or is it fight by fight?
Maybe. I went down just to sort of try it out, improve my fitness a bit more.
You've had the 2. This is about to be the 3rd. Am I going to be talking to you in 2 years when you're having your 15th?
I don't know about that. I just like to have a target to aim for. I felt like my technique plateaued a bit and I wanted to keep working towards something, so I thought this was the best way to do it, and just makes sense to keep having those goals to hit.
Are you noticeably better? Can you notice yourself, like when you're shadow boxing, or when you're on the bag, or when you're on the pads, or when you're sparring? Can you realise you're that much better than you were when you first walked in the gym?
Definitely improved. It's difficult because you always, like, the better you get, the more you notice all the stuff you're doing wrong. So you have to just remember that it's good to know what you're not doing as well. So. And
finally, I'm looking to give people nicknames, so I don't care if you've got a nickname, forget it. So, and the nickname's quite simple, and you've got to do it really quick. It's got to be your favourite place in the world, or the place you like the most, and your favourite animal. Go on quickly, what is it? What's your favourite place in the world?
I'm going to go with Batsy, I just moved.
Batsy, and what's your favourite animal?
Going with bat.
The bat. Well, we've had the London Labrador. Now we've got the Battersea bat. We've had the Egyptian Bulldog. I love the Battersea bat. That's absolutely brilliant, that.
Thank you very much.
Ellie, the Battersea bat, about to have fight number 3. April, it's your second fight. Back at Clapham Grand, your old haunt. Now, when you had your first fight, and I can't remember, did you have an awful lot of friends there? And have you converted any of them?
Yeah, I had quite a few friends there supporting me, which always means a lot. I haven't managed to convince any of them to get into the ring just yet, no. And a lot of my sort of girlfriends as well find it really hard to watch. I've definitely not convinced them.
They must look at you, and you're fitter than you were, unless you're not training. Okay, your skin will improve, everything about you will improve. You won't get as drunk as maybe they would. And what's more, after your fight, you're flying, you're buzzing. You should try harder. You can convince them. At that point, when you come out the ring, that's when they're weak. You can get them.
Yeah. Maybe I need to be a better salesperson. I've not sold it to them enough, but I think they just still can't quite make the connection of why you'd want to get into a ring so that someone could punch you in the face.
It is sometimes hard to convince level and sensible people about what you do for a living if you're a boxer.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, now I've been asking people tonight or today, and it's been a long old day, to come up with a couple of things which helps me identify their nickname. Now you've got to do this really quick. I need 2 things really quickly. Your favourite place in the world and your favourite animal.
I'd go for the East Ham Tiger.
The East Ham Tiger, that's good.
East Ham is my favourite place in the world.
Now, if you ever want to go to one of the greatest venues in the world, it's the East Ham Working Men's Club. It is a spoof. It's like you go up the stairs there, and it's like stepping back into 1950s Britain with 1950s prices. It's a great place. And West Ham Amateur Boxing Club have shows there. It's an honour to be there. Listen, it's been an honour talking to you. Enjoy yourself in November. Thank you. April there. One of many people. It's a good thing, this white collar, because you get women, she's a journalist, you get men that work collecting the rubbish for Wandsworth Council through the night because they pick up, whisper it, the rat boxes, and you get all sorts of people. This size, this sex, that sex, hey, it's the world of white collar boxing. Kieran, it got a bit spicy at the end there with the big lads with the Grudge match. It's quite fun, wasn't it?
It is, yeah, very fun to watch, yeah. It's what I've been expecting, to be fair. But
are you looking forward to the night?
I am, yeah, massively. I'm just looking forward to get back into the ring. I haven't come out of fight camp yet, so I'm feeling better than ever. Yeah. I just can't wait to unleash it, really, and show people what I'm about.
Now, Kieran, apart from being one of about 30 Kierans here today, I've got to give you a nickname. I've got to find a nickname for you. Now, the way I'm doing it is quite simple. Okay. You've got to tell me your favourite place in the world and your favourite animal, really quickly.
Okay, so lion and Australia.
The Australian lion. Not actually native to Australia, but there are some in a zoo. Kieran, absolutely brilliant. Kieran there's going to be fighting. What date are you on? Which one?
17th.
17th of November. Tickets are still available. And how many people will you have there, Kieran?
I'm hoping to have about 20. So.
Oh, they're going to be shouting loud.
Yeah, they will do. I mean, last time at my last fight, there was more people than I even got sold tickets for that was chanting my name. So, I think people jump on the bandwagon for the Kieran name, So.
Yeah, jump on the bandwagon for the Kieran name. You're the most popular name here today. 6 people on the top table. Kieran, thank you very much. Clapham Grand, White Collar Warriors. You've got to love it. Right, November 17th, it's turning into a night of grudges, a night with a little bit of needle. These two are going to be there. Chris on my right, who's had a bit of time out, and Zach over here, who left the table. It took an awful lot to persuade him to come back into the room. First of all, I'm going to ask you this, Zach. Why did you leave the table?
Just a bit of adrenaline, just to show everyone I'm not fucking around. I'm here to do my business, and I'm going to leave once I've done my business.
And that was quite good. And Chris, you actually had a bit of time out with an injury. Tell me about the injury.
Yeah, I was due to fight Sam Hull, who we're fighting to face off against. Broken septum, blood clot behind it. Then come down to watch the Sam Hull fight about a month into the recovery. Thought I should have just taken the fight anyway, but the easiest title I can get off Sam Hull. And so the powers that be come up with the idea of this eliminator. So I've had a fight in the interim, getting back into it. Felt good, 5 rounds, 10 ounces. So I'm raring.
So you two, did you know each other? Had you seen each other? I mean, your face-off was fairly decent. I mean, so today was the first time you actually met each other.
First time we've seen each other, spoke to each other, anything. Like, mate, I've looked Chris up on Instagram and Facebook to see what he's about. I've seen one of his previous fights, but apart from that, I've never seen him in person or spoke to him before.
Zach's done his homework. You done yours, Chris?
Yeah, I have, although it was short-lived with his last outing against Sam Hull himself. It lasted, 30 seconds?
So I love that. Here we go. These two fighting each other November the 17th. They've done their research. They're ready now. And what I really like about it between us is you can see them eyeing each other up. You've got to love that. November 17th, Clapham Grand. Shake hands, boys. Fantastic. Kieran, it's been a mixed day today. It's been a right odd day. We've had lots of aggravation. We've had 2 10-year-olds up. We've had a 52-year-old down the end of the table making his debut. What have you made of it all?
Well, it's been good fun, to be honest. I've really enjoyed it. A beat sit at home, watching crap on telly, doesn't it? Kind of builds up the atmosphere ready for the 17th, so yeah.
And yeah, it does. I mean, I agree with that. Has it got you more excited about the 17th?
Oh, yeah. I was excited enough as it was, but yeah.
And what I've got to do today, I've been tasked with the job of giving people nicknames. So I need to know from you really quickly, your favourite place in the world, what would it be? What would it be? Where would it be?
We'll go Cromer.
Cromer, down on the coast over there, an awful long way away. Is it Norfolk Coast, Cromer? Cromer, where the Wolf brothers come from. So Cromer, now here's the other thing. What's your favourite animal?
Wolf.
The Cromer Wolf. Not native to Norfolk, I can assure you. From me, Steve Bunce, and him, the Cromer Wolf, it's white collar boxing, Clapham Grand. Jack, you're on November 17. What's going to be the hardest thing on the day of the fight for you?
I think I haven't met my opponent today, and
what do you think?
Well, I haven't met him.
Oh, you haven't met him? He wasn't here today, no.
So that's the thing with the white collar. You don't know any history if they're southpaw or orthodox. So I'm preparing for both, trying to switch it up a bit, but I'd rather orthodox. But you don't know the height, so you need to just see what you got and deal with the task when it's in the ring. So there's no. That's why this fight, I like the white collar, but I do like it to be slightly technical as well. And hopefully my opponent's like that. But if he's not. It's because
then we have a boxing match instead of a slugging match.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot, but it seems year after year the white collar, it does go up in skill levels. We've got a couple of lads at our gym, and they come recently, and they're talking, they're into a white collar, and I thought, oh, here we go. And they weren't. They did some ABAs when they're little, and the technique's there, in and out on the balls of the feet. So it's good. It's levels going up, so hopefully I'll get a good opponent. Either way will do.
Now I've got to ask you this finally. Come a bit closer. I've got to ask you this now. I've been tasked today to give people nicknames, and the way we do it is quite simple. You've got to tell me your favourite place in the world. It could be part of London, it could be a foreign country, and then your favourite animal. So what would the two things be? Tell the truth now.
Favourite, a rabbit and country. I'll say Jersey because I'm from Jersey.
The Jersey Rabbit. Now, we haven't actually had a Jersey Rabbit yet. That is one of the greatest boxing nicknames that's never been used. Jack, absolutely brilliant. Jack there, the Jersey Rabbit. Hard to invent. Dave, it got a bit lively in here tonight, didn't it, with the press conferences? Did you enjoy that? Bit of fun?
I did. The atmosphere is buzzing around here. It's a cracking event. Great pre-match show here. So, yeah, it's looking ready to get going now.
And does that get you excited for the fight night?
Oh, it does. It all adds to it. It's all the atmosphere, all the bad vibes with the last bit there. Gets everyone pumped up, ready for the fight.
I mean, there wasn't. I was up there. I mean, a little bit was showmanship when I was giving it a bit of topspin, but there was a little bit I could sense a little bit of anger, a bit of nastiness.
Yeah, there's definitely something under there, isn't there?
Well, there's more than that. Now, one of the things I've got to do here today, Dave, is, and you can help me out with this, is I'm trying to give people nicknames. Yeah. So instead of me calling you the whatever, Dave the Thunderbolt or whatever, I want you to tell me your favourite place in the world, favourite either city or town, anywhere in the world. Where would it be?
Probably London.
London. Now I need you to tell me really quickly your favourite animal.
Tiger.
The London Tiger. Now that's a proper boxing nickname. Dave, the London Tiger, thank you very much. Are you on November the 2nd or 17th? 17th of November, Clapham Ground. The London Tiger will be in the ring. Matt, thanks for taking the time. Thanks for waiting. It seems like forever ago that you were on the top table with me. You got to see your opponent today.
Yeah.
You had a good look at him. Any surprises?
No, so we did a 2-minute round last Saturday or the Saturday before.
How was that?
And it went well. It wasn't my best 2-minute round that I've done, but it felt quite comfortable in the ring. And my fitness it's better than most people, so I'm not worried about my fitness. So
When you decided, Matt, to stop doing whatever it was you did, cycling, rowing or lacrosse or whatever it was, and take up boxing, what did your family and your loved ones think?
So I was doing like half marathons and stuff before.
I could tell. I said on the table you're an athlete.
So I was doing a lot of running before, and it just honestly gets kind of boring. So I was like, I want something that's a bit more exciting, that's got a bit more adrenaline going through it. And in fact, my mum's not coming down because she's like, I don't want to watch you get punched in the face in the ring. And my dad's in America for it, so it's my brother and sister and that are coming down.
And friends.
Yeah, I've got friends down here who are coming along for it as well. So she's not happy. She keeps texting me, why are you doing this? Don't bother, it's stupid. Why do you always do these kind of things? Like she's constantly complaining about anything that's kind of a little bit out there. Gives a little bit of adrenaline to you. So,
Matt, I've also got a bit of a task today. I've got to give people nicknames, and the way that works is, what's your favourite animal?
My favourite animal's a penguin.
A penguin. Okay, and then what's your favourite part of the world?
Favourite part of the world?
Anywhere. Can be local, can be international. What's your favourite part of the world?
Favourite place I've been is probably Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay. So, Matt, you are, for one night only, the Cape Town Penguin. Not actually one of the better known boxing names, but I'm a massive fan of Matt, the Cape Town Penguin. Clapham Grand, another white-collar warrior with yet another daft nickname. Josh, I know you stayed around. I spoke to you an awful long time ago on the top table. I know you stayed around for the end. Those boys were getting a bit feisty at the end, weren't they?
Yeah. I don't know if I was up there. I don't think it'd be a bit of me.
It's not your style?
Nah, I don't think so. I've not got anything to say for myself. Do you know?
Yeah, because not just that, Josh. I mean, everyone's got something to say for themselves, especially you boxers that devote your time. But it takes something special to switch. Now, I look at you and I don't see someone that can get nasty for the sake of getting nasty.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm naturally aggressive or nothing, but when I get in the ring, I'd say that I'm like controlled aggression. And I try and focus on being technical and technically sound. I like to try and move my feet at least well for my weight.
The basics, we call that, the basics.
Yeah, but it's surprising how many people don't have them, especially at my weight.
Oh, listen, between the two of us, it's surprising how many people don't have them at the top level in boxing. They got by on heart, they've got by on their engine, and they've got by on their punch.
Yeah,
Without the basics, you can't survive.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm always trying to work on, being light for 100 and whatever kilos I am.
So, also one of the things I'm doing here, Josh, and I'm sorry about this, I've got to ask you, is I'm trying to give people their nicknames, their new nicknames. So, what would be your favourite animal or favourite pet? What would it be?
It has to be a bull.
A bull. Okay, and where would be your favourite place in the world, either city or country?
It has to be where I'm from, Birmingham.
Can I call you the Brummie Bull?
You can.
He is the Brummie Bull. It's as simple as that.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
You've heard of the mailbox, and there's a massive roaring bull outside the mailbox. It's enormous.
I've got one tattooed on my chest.
And he's got one. I'd love to ask for. Any chance we can have a sighting? Here is. That's right. Here is the Brummie Bull showing you. Look at that. Tiger and bull. That's what I'm talking about. The Brummie Bull goes topless. It's white collar boxing. It's topless men with tattoos. What more do you want in life? Top boy.
Cheers.
Matt, you're one of the guys who doesn't scream and shout. We had some screamers and shouters at the end. It was fairly entertaining, wasn't it?
It definitely was, yeah.
So, when you heard them all challenging each other and getting into each other's face, Did it get you a little bit hyped for the fight night itself?
Yeah, it always does. I've only had 2 fights so far with 2 wins. I'm looking forward to having my next one. Going to make it 3 wins. I've not had the opportunity yet to throw fireworks out there, but when it happens, trust me, I will.
It will happen. And finally, Matt, and thanks for your time, I'm going to give you a nickname. And the way I'm going to do that is quite simple. I'm going to ask you for your favourite animal or pet. What would it be? What would it be?
Wolf.
A wolf. I like that. Now, here's the second part. This is your full nickname. Where's your favourite place in the world, or in London, or wherever it is? Where is it? Where would you say it would be?
Wherever my kids are.
Oh, that's good. Where are they tonight, right now?
South and Basingstoke.
So you are, therefore, the Basingstoke Wolf. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me, mate.
Matt, the Basingstoke Wolf, just about as good as it gets. I'm joined now by Bonnie Silva. She'll be making her debut. She's had a good day here today. Bonnie, first of all, I've got to ask you, you enjoyed it at the end when they all started shouting at each other, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it was wicked. Oh, everything was wicked. The crowds and that, it's a proper boost. Love it.
So, this is going to be your first fight.
Yeah.
So, you're going to get that adrenaline bush. I know you talked. Your brother Shane got it, and you talked about that. But did you get a little bit of it here today from the press conference?
Yeah, massively. Like obviously, that's why I'm so happy now. Like Sunday session here.
It's a Sunday session. Yeah, there's 4 weeks to go.
Isn't it? So yeah, obviously, got to cut this on the head, and now I'm going to train hard. I'm going to be ready for it, and I'm going to win this fight. I'm going to win it.
Now, Bonnie, one of the things I've got to do today, and I think Bonnie Silva's a good nickname, but I've got to give you a problem in there. So, what would be your favourite animal or your favourite pet? What would it be?
Lion.
A lion. Now, here's the second part of your nickname. Well, it's the first part, really. Where's your favourite venue or place in the world? Where do you like the most in the world?
London, because I'm the London Lion. Rawr.
The London Lion, Bonnie Silva, having her first fight, Clapham Grand. I tell you what, be there, and afterwards, the first Sunday afterwards, get in her company, because it will be proper Sunday sesh time. Thanks very much for your time. I'm joined now by Big Carl. Carl, you're fighting on, was it November 17th or 2nd?
17th.
November 17th. Are you ready for it now? Could you get in the ring this weekend if you had to?
Yeah, 100%. I've got a fight on the 26th of October. I'm fighting down at Guildford Spectrum for Steve Dossett. 1 more round, he's a good guy. And then afterwards I'm fighting on November 17th. Then after that, I have another fight December the 21st for CSL.
You're keeping yourself busy. Why so busy, Carl? Are you finding that you just need it?
Well, it's the only thing that's keeping me out of trouble. I'm not going to lie to you.
And you're not joking, are you?
No, I have been inside. I have done my time in that, but yeah, boxing's the only thing that's keeping me going still.
Why didn't? Don't take this personally. Why didn't you think about it earlier, before you got yourself in
my anxiety? Like, a few years ago, I couldn't have stepped in the ring because when I was a kid. Like, obviously, I went to a boarding school because I couldn't be around. Couldn't be around a lot of people like this here. It's been alright, but yeah, that's probably the reason why I have stepped in the ring now.
And so it's clearly helping you. I'm not over exaggerating. It's saving you, it's keeping you straight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, now I've got to give you a nickname. Now, the way we do the nickname is really simple. You've got to tell me your favourite animal or your favourite pet. What is it?
Pitbull.
A pit bull, that's nice. Now this is going to be easy. Now you've got to tell me your favourite place in the world. Where would it be? City or town or country? What would it be?
Basingstoke, where I live.
The Basingstoke pit bull. Car.
Sheffield Boxing Club, yeah?
Ryan, I've been here today and I've interviewed about 70 boxers all in all. And some of them are quiet and some of them are noisy. Now, I can't quite work out what you are, because I'm not sure if you're quiet, but I'm not quite sure if that's you keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, I'm quiet. Just keep myself to myself, and actions speak louder than the words. So I leave it for the fight night.
It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way.
What I did get from you is that you're obviously one of the guys who's looking forward to boxing.
Yeah, I am. I'm really looking forward to it. First fight, see how it goes.
Now, I've been also asked tonight to actually give people nicknames, and the way I've done that is quite simple. You need to tell me your favourite pet or your favourite animal. What is it?
Gorilla.
A gorilla. I'm loving where this is going. Now you have to tell me your favourite place, your favourite location, whether it's a city or a country. Where would it be?
Oh, I have to say Fulham, hometown Fulham, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Oops, he's unplugged. We'll carry on anyway. The lights have gone out, but we'll carry on. The Fulham Gorilla. The Fulham Gorilla. I'm loving that. So, we've now established that the nickname is the Fulham Gorilla. Beautiful. Carl, in all fairness, the group of people you're with here today, they've made this today. They've been noisy, they've been fun, they're having a good laugh. They're mixed, some are boxed already, some haven't boxed already. What's it going to be like on fight night with them all?
Hopefully exactly the same, mate. They've all got the buzz for it, they've all got the love for it. And to be honest, the support's unreal, to be honest with you. If we didn't have the support, we wouldn't have the people fighting with us, you know what I mean? It's been a good, there's a lot of confidence there because of the people you're fighting with.
Now, some of the people you're with over there, you didn't meet them in the boxing, did you? You knew them you knew them socially, you knew them from the street, you knew them from school or whatever.
Yeah, for a long, long time. Like all these people here who are with us tonight, they've all been like some of them have just started, some have done it for a time, but they're all supportive. They want you to do as good as they're doing, and we're all there for each other. You know what I mean?
I can tell that. Now I've got to give people nicknames today, and it's really simple the way I do it. It's really simple. No, it's really simple because I don't want to call you the whatever, the South London Thunderbolt. That's rubbish. I want to make it nice, entertaining. So I'm going to ask you this. What's your favourite pet or animal? What would it be?
It was my dog, Jojo Jagger, his name was.
What sort of dog is it?
He was a German Shepherd. His name was Jay because he was Jojo Jagger. He was my boy.
So it was a German Shepherd. Now go ask you, your favourite place in the world, where would it be? Either London, city, it can be city or country or beach or whatever. Where would it be?
I've ever been to, Barbados.
Okay, so you are now the Barbadian German Shepherd, which I've got to tell you, if you don't mind me saying so, and I'm going to say this because I like you, has to be the worst nickname ever for a boxer. The Barbadian German Shepherd.
You've mugged me right off.
No, it's been worse than that. One guy was the Jersey Rabbit. So you've got at least the German Shepherd from the Barbadian German Shepherd sounds good. Carl, thanks very much, son.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself. White Collar Warriors, it's an endless list. Now, it takes all sorts at White Collar shows. We've got a 52-year-old man about to have his first fight, a couple of 10-year-old boys having their second fight, a woman that's a journalist having her second or third fight. And you, Jamal, you're going to be having your fifth fight. You've had 4 already. How have you handled the pressure on fight day? Because I've been talking to people today, ones that haven't boxed, and they have got no idea what's going to happen. What advice would you give the people having their first contest as you're a veteran?
Just try and stay calm and don't overthink it too much. Just think of it like it's another day in the office going to train or maybe just going into spar. Don't take it too serious or it's not going to help you, you know what I mean? You don't want to be getting in there overthinking and not performing how you normally would if you were just thinking it's a normal day. So just think of it as another day in the office.
Because what can happen, as you know, and you've had this, is that you've trained well, you're brilliant, and then something can get you, the nerves can get you, the adrenaline, and suddenly you can be tired after 2 minutes, which is impossible. That happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it can happen. That's why you've got to stay calm and just stay focused. And the main thing is staying calm. Stay calm. Don't.
Because that means you're breathing. I know that sounds like a joke, but it means you're breathing.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, what I've been doing here today, with all the boxers that I've interviewed, I've been finding a nickname for them. So even if they got a nickname, you've got to suspend that for 5 minutes. We've got to find you a new one. And the way we do it is quite simple. We have a, you have to tell me your favourite pet or your favourite animal. What would it be?
Lion, probably.
A lion, very popular. Now you have to tell me your favourite place in the world.
Probably Jamaica, my homeland. So.
Jamaican lions, not native to Jamaica, I've got to tell you, but they might very well be in Kingston Zoo as far as I'm concerned. The Jamaican lion, boxing on November the 17th? November the 17th, going for his 5th win in 5 fights. Jamaican lion, Jamal, thanks very much for your time. Lawrence, we've been here now for nearly 4 hours. It's been a long old day. It's been an entertaining old day. We had 2 10-year-olds. We've had some fantastic women with some good stories. We've had some men with unbelievably motivational stories. And then at the end, we had loads of fireworks and screaming, which makes it entertaining. And you were right in the middle of that, staying calm. It's good entertainment, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Lovely.
And when the boys started screaming and shouting at the end, I could see that I saw you just go like that. You liked that, didn't you?
Yeah, I love it.
There's a bit of you there.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. That's why I got into this, really, because I was getting myself in trouble, always fighting and that. And then my mum had cancer 3 times. She's still here, though, but yeah, I had a lot of anger in me, so...
And when did you walk into a gym tonight?
Say last year, I think it was.
And has it? I mean, I know this sounds like a cliche. Has it helped with the issues away from the ring?
It's helped me a lot with my anger and that. It's discipline, innit? It's the best thing for me.
And also, and this is, I've been working in this business 35 years. People that punch each other in gyms tend not to really fancy doing it outside because there's no need. They do it enough in the gym. And so they tend not to be bullies, boxers. Yeah. So in that sense, it's helping you. Your mum must be delighted.
Yeah, she is. She's proud of me. My whole family are. Even though I lost the last one.
Doesn't matter.
But that was my own fault because I didn't train.
Yeah, I picked up on that when you were on the top table. When you say you didn't train, did you cut corners or you didn't have enough time to train?
No,
Two different things.
I had enough time, but
you cut corners?
Yeah, I just thought I was better than what I was, and it was a big wake-up call for me.
And this time there's no corners cut.
No corners cut. I can't wait to go. He's already thinking he's winning. You know what I'm saying? Because he's judging me on my.
No, he was giving it plenty up there, wasn't he?
He's judging me on my last fight. And
that's fine.
And as I said to him, you moved up 2 weights. When I hit him, he's gonna know it's gonna hurt him.
Now, one of the things I've been doing here, Lawrence, and thanks for entertaining doing this, is I've been trying to give people nicknames. And the way that we do the nicknames here is quite...
I've got a nickname.
No, for the next 30 seconds, your nickname gets suspended. Okay, so what's the way I work? What's your nickname anyway?
Bart, as in Bart Simpson.
Okay, well, Bart is no longer for 5 minutes. I need to know from you your favourite pet or animal. What would it be?
Say gorilla.
A gorilla. We've had a gorilla earlier today. It was brilliant. Now you've got to tell me. Now you've got to tell me your favourite place in the world. Where would it be?
Ibiza.
The Ibiza Gorilla. Now, I've got to tell you now, if I work in boxing for another 50 years, I will never meet another Ibiza Gorilla. Now, I know you think Bart's a good name, but in my eyes, Lawrence, I swear, you will always be the Ibiza Gorilla. Lawrence, top man. November 17th, Clapham Ground. White collar. Thank you very much indeed. What a day, what a night. November 2nd, November 17th, white collar boxing at Clapham Ground.